Yeah, hello guys. Good afternoon, guys, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of the Football Fan Zone. With your boy Timber Banks. And guys, on this segment, we're going to be discussing about the fact that England, bottled it. England lost against Spain in the final. So, if you would ask me, guys, am I surprised? No, because I honestly believe the better team on the night was actually Spain. Spain was they were exceptional from the beginning of the game to the end of the match. Spain were incredible, and I'm not surprised. And when you have a manager like Gareth Southgate, that is what you get. You know, that is what you get. When you've got a manager like Gareth Southgate, that is exactly what you get. So we are going to be getting great. We have seen so many chats. We are going to be reading all the chats. I've seen so many people at what they react. I was watching a clip from Mark Gorbridge yesterday, and I found it very, very funny. Hey, it was extremely funny, but it was actually making sense. Honestly, if we are being honest with ourselves, guys, it was making a lot of sense. You know, and for me, I agree with him because it was talking the fact. Everything he said was the honest truth. But one thing is this: was I surprised England lost that match? No, because I was actually expecting England to lose the match. And for me, I believe if England have somehow won that game, that will be unfair to football. It will be unfair for football fans. It will be unfair for you and I because it will make no sense whereby we have England that played crap football, boring football, annoying, terrible football from the very first match of the Euros to the ending. We were, you know, tolerating stupid setup, crap, boring football. England, or should I say Gary Southgate, made us watch terrible games. You want to put it on Gary Southgate. You also want to put it on the players. This is the same thing whereby you just sit down and you say, this is on everybody. You know, you just say to yourself, this is on everybody, both the players and the managers. It's on them, excluding some players, the likes of Kumino, the likes of Kopama, the likes of Ivan Tony, Olewakins, Eberechieze, Anthony Gordon, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Saka, Jordan Pickford as well. Then you want to put in that conversation, you want to put a person like Maguire and John Stones. But everybody else were rubbish. Everybody else were absolutely rubbish. And the fact that Gary Southgate had ballers in his, on the bench and decided that anyway he will keep, using the same team that he has been using from the beginning of the tournament to the end of the tournament. It is actually a disgrace whereby you have players like Kopama could not even, break into the first 11 of England. You have Ole Watkins that got England to the final, could not even feature in the game or get a start in that match. You have Saka. Saka have been doing well, no doubt. You can easily say Saka, you know, you can say he's the best England player in this tournament, you know. And I saw Pickford crying. in that match. I feel for him though. I feel for the lad. But the honest truth is this, man. Sometimes you want to put you on the manager. Sometimes you also want to add the players to it. Because England have got better players than Spain on paper yesterday. And with a proper manager that knows what is like, I'm telling you guys, I'm not even bluffing. I would win Euros with that England team. Honestly, I would win Euros with that team. Gary Southgate had at his disposal and failed, you know, to bring the trophy home. I would win it. But another thing I want to talk is this, man, guys. As much as we want to put the blame on the manager, I also feel somehow, somewhere, we also want to put the blame on the players as well. You know, talking about players like Harry Kane, talking about players like Phil Foden. I'm talking about players like Jude Bellingham. And it's crazy, man, because you have a manager in Gary Southgate that kept doing the same exact things, playing the same 11. And what do we say insanity is? Insanity is when you keep doing the same thing and you are expecting a different result, of which that was what we saw Gary Southgate do. Yes, Gary Southgate might not be a good coach, but I still believe that England, with the calibers of players in that team, they should be winning that trophy. And this is something we've been talking about for a very long time. We talk about the team of Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man City. Without a coach, a proper coach, they should be winning that trophy of Champions League, winning trophy. The same thing as England, but they have actually bottled it. They bottled it. And what does that say to you guys? Because sometimes when I talk about football is dead, people don't really understand what I'm talking about football or why I say make that statement. Football is dead because now you have players that plays for City and can never perform for England. But what's the is the fact that a baller like Opama could not even get game time because this manager here called Gary Southgate decide that whatever crap football Saka, Bellingham, Kane, Foden have, it was never going to drop them. And this problem also the problem is that you are playing a player that is used to playing for his system. Because if there is one thing Pep does to players, is this, and people need to start taking notes of it. You have the likes of Jack Grealish. Would you say his career at City have been successful? Yes, he might have won trophies, won treble, and all, but for the amount of money he was signed for, I'll tell you, he has flopped. But at the end of the day, we won't say he has flopped because he's winning the titles. Bernardo Silva, the same player. You see these guys, they excel at City. Excel. So does it mean that these players are not good individually? Does it mean that these players are not good individually? They are not sound. Because when you look at Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, Kawaka, name them. Just name them. The only player whereby when you look at him and you understand he brings the same impact he has in Manchester City to this national team is Rodri. Rodri. Everybody else have been crap. And this is something I've been talking about for a very long time. I've been talking about it for a very long time. I keep saying There are some countries that will never win a trophy, a competition. The fact that Spain won it, I was not surprised because Spain, they play good football. They play proper football. And England, I just want stupid. I don't know. I don't understand, man. Once they get to quarterfinal, they start screaming it's coming up. And I'm sorry. I'm so happy, guys. I am so happy that England did not win that competition. Because if England have won that match yesterday, guys, we're not going to hear the last of it. Like we're not going to sleep peacefully. These guys scammed their way to the final, and they think they are going to get win it. You know, for me, guys, man, it's high time people needs to start, looking into this guy called what's his name, Pep. Honestly, it's high time we want to take a look at Pep, and that's a fact. But I just want to just react to a video, or I just want you guys to just watch the video with me because it makes perfect sense. Whatever he was saying makes perfect sense. I'm going to go through the chat, but I just want you guys to just listen to what this Magobridge have to say.
You want to call it, because we have got an amazing selection of players. I said at Christmas that we should win this Euros despite Southgate, not because of him. He is a bad coach with bad tactics. I'm going to go through some home truths here. You're going to get some.
Now, you see, did you guys get what he said? Did you guys understand what Mark Gobrich said there right now? He said it in Christmas, December, I remember, when he was saying that England, like he was not even suggesting, like he was saying it, he's being sure. Like he's saying that he's sure that England are going to win the Euros, despite Gareth Southgate. And you hear what he said, that they are not going to win the Euros because of Southgate. He believes the players are good enough to win the Euros. And this is where I draw the line also. And this is where I'm trying to criticize all these crap players from. Because I believe they've got the team to be able to win that Euros. And I'm, happy he actually agree with me. I believe England should win it, despite Gary Southgate. Let's go on.
Comments in, but for the love of God, please do not keep this guy for the next 2 years, because if we do, I ain't watching England anymore. It's a fucking waste of time. There's no point in doing it. This is competitive sport. It's not school sports day where everybody gets a chance. This is competitive sport. Get rid of the guy who picks favourites. This has been a shit show from start. Always right. The football season, we made big mistakes all the way through, and none more so than bringing Cole Palmer and Ollie Watkins on, getting back to 1-1 and then going to.
Now, coming to what you're saying right now, for once, I understand when the manager gives you a kind of like, what would I call it, instruction. Because for me, I honestly believe immediately England got back to 1-1. I was expecting England to do the same exact thing they did against Netherlands, try and get a second goal. And they have everything going on for them. But what did they do? They decided to stay defensive again. And that was the same stupid football we have been seeing from England from the beginning of the tournament. to the ending. What are you guys defending for? You are defending for extra time penalty because I don't understand. I do not understand. And the fact that this manager did not understand that, the likes of Harry Kane, Bellingham, Foden needs to be dropped tells you everything you should know. And you know one thing, another thing is this, man. I'm happy it's happening like this because it is only now people are starting to talk about Harry Kane. Initially, the England media, what were they doing? They were busy going after Cristiano Ronaldo. Like their obsession with that dude, I don't understand. It takes a pen, he loses it, cries, they criticize him. I just watched Messi yesterday, got an injury. Messi was crying like a baby. Nobody have ever said, they've not said anything about that dude. But that's not what I want to discuss today. That aside. So, for me, Gareth Southgate was just, man, he had his own bad flaws and everything, man, honestly. But
Ah,
let's go
the
on.
misuse of these players is incredible. We have got world class players. We have got a world class squad. If you look at that Spain squad and you look at the England squad, if you look at that Spain starting 11 and you look at the England starting 11, ours is better on paper. But if you haven't got a good coach, you may as well be Luxembourg because that is
Now, coming to this thing of having world class players, this is what I talk about. You know, I talk about these things every time because Premiership is overhyped, the players is overhyped, and because they put this over like this hypeness on the players, they fail to deliver when it matters the most. For me, I've been telling people that comes and tell me Bellingham is trash, is crap, is this, is that. And they say PR, Madrid PR. I'm sorry, Madrid does not do PR on any player. They don't. Whatever hype people were giving to Bellingham, that hype started from England. The English media are so good, they overhype their players, overhype the league. They believe England is the home of football. They believe England is the home of football. Players that are decent, they'll tell you they're world class. You know, as much as they trash talk a player like Cristiano Ronaldo, if Ronaldo was supposed to be like is from England and he plays the same football he plays right now, come on, man. I don't think Messi will get any Ballon d'Or. And that's the honest truth. Because the PR and the media is so goated, honestly. If Ronaldo, who they believe is not good enough, near anywhere near Messi, and Harry Kane was playing football like Ronaldo, come on, Messi and Ronaldo will not get Ballon d'Or. So that is the thing. You can see him saying the same exact thing. They've got world class players.
the lesson. The FA are as culpable as Southgate. It needs calling out. I have never known a team get to a final of a
Let's go. And that's the problem. England were on the, on the best side.
against a good team.
And let's face it, guys. I think Hurricane as well also was a problem. Because one thing is this: if you as a player, you are injured, you are not fit for a competition, what you should do is drop back and motivate the team. Motivate the team. And now this falls back to, people criticizing Thomas Tuchel. Because if there's one thing, all this club, like all these pundits from England and ex-footballer from England they are stupid people whereby they don't understand football. They might have played the game, but they don't understand it. You get people, when Tuchel took out Harry Kane against Bayern Munich, they were coming after him, not knowing Harry Kane has already hurt his back. He had an injury at his back. People came for Tuchel, never knew the reason why he subbed Harry Kane off. But I guess right now they've seen the reason why he subbed him off, and it's so bad that you know they learned the hard way. They learned the hard way. So let's take a chat now. David Moyer says Southgate came out in the group stages and said the players are tired, then proceed to play the same 11 every game and make late subs and extra days break for Spain. And that's honest truth, man. Even though the players are not even tired, guys, does it make sense whereby you keep playing the same team? And if you are going to make a changes, the changes will be one. I think all these changes have been one players in, one play. It was I think it was Konsa for was it Guay? His substitution have been one, one, one to the final, and you are expecting to win a final that way. Then he said when he had a good squad, he chose not to use all tournament is a garbage excuse. Fact, you know. Amongst Andren says Bellingham went. Okay, he said Bellingham legs went 3 games ago. Kane completely useless all tournament as usual. Garrett, the last man on earth to see it. But were you guys complaining? Because nobody was complaining. And this is the problem. You guys, you leave the focus whereby you focus on Harry Kane, who is in his early 30s. You shift your attention and focus to a man that is late, 30s, going to his 40s. It is only yesterday, that was where I started hearing people saying, even Ronaldo was a better player than Harry Kane. Like they said it yesterday, Ronaldo was playing well, attacking football, running than Harry Kane. You know, at the beginning of the game, yesterday, a clown said something about the possibility of Harry Kane, you know, being the player of the tournament. And I lost it because I don't believe Harry Kane should be the player of the tournament. Even if England had won that game yesterday, Harry Kane should not still be the player of the tournament. Southgate went for okay. uh Vozani says here Southgate wears safety goggles and hard hat when taking a number 2. So Evan says, how do England keep getting easier group and easier route but still managed to lose it. And that's what I don't understand. Because sometimes you want to ask the question, does it mean that England are playing some are paying, you know? Because I don't it does not make sense to me, guys. It does not make any sense to me. The way England gets, easier group doesn't make any sense to me. They had easier group, came out, they had the easiest route. Whereas the likes of Portugal, France, Spain, Germany, they've got harder route to the final. And yet they see, Evans, you're right. Kane was a passenger, and you can't play Foden, Bellingham and sacrifice entire the left flank. I think he's talking about Saka there. We did the same. Okay, we did the same in every game that we played a team capable of getting that second goal. Palmer did not start one game, and Foden and Golden played 4 minutes. It's crazy. Honestly, it's crazy. The amount of game time these players are having, ballers, better than Foden. I think this just get to show you. You see, all these stupid talks of comparing Foden and Saka, Foden and Palmer, it should die down. Because Foden have come, what he has clearly shows is that when he's not paying for pleb, he's rubbish. And what do you call a player? You want a player that can play, go in any different system and still shine. And that is something we saw with Saka. It's something we saw with Kopama. Kopama came into that match yesterday, guys. He came into that game and he scored, he found the back of the net just after 2 minutes. Saka find the back of the net just after, I'm sorry, Palmer, just after 2 minutes. Immediately impact. The goal against that got England to the final, the creation started with Kopama. The goal that equalized the goal for England against Spain started it with Kopama. It's crazy how you have a manager that decide to keep him on the bench. It's mad. It's crazy. Adrian says, Kane is the captain. If he is carrying an injury as a captain, it is his duty to be honest and sacrifice for the team. But then again, he should not even be captain. So who will be the captain? What the hell does he do? Motivate the team? I don't know. Ask him. I don't know. Now, Thomas says, the stone cold fact is we should have at least two trophies now. Gary Southgate is single-handedly responsible for our failure and has been handed easier run every single time. But one thing is this, man. Like you can't just put this alone on Gary Southgate. Honestly, I won't lie to you, man. As much as I want to agree with you guys, putting the blame on Gary Southgate, I don't think you should put the blame on Gary Southgate. And this is where I question some people's um, view on things. Because you have for an example, you have Mark Goldbridge, whereby ever since Ten Hag came to the club, Man United have been crap. And you have Mark Goldbridge, it goes in on the players, put the blames on the players. And me, I'll tell you, Ten Hag isn't good enough. I still believe these players are not good enough. But he just gives the blame to the players and to the manager when it comes to Gary Southgate. But when it's Ten Hag's part, he continues talking about the players. Which is why sometimes you need to, blame both sides, both the manager and the players, because I believe those players on paper should do a better job, man. And that's honest truth, guys. Honest truth. Then everyone says, and there's rumor. See, there's rumor that Southgate has has really got Scottish ancestry and is off in a corner somewhere, sniggering to himself. Andrew says, if England were the ones playing against Croatia, Italy, Germany, France, etc., they wouldn't have made it this far. That's the nice truth, man. What are you saying? They were almost close to crashing out against Slovakia, almost going over against Slovakia. So that's spot on. Foden ending up with 0 goals, 0 assists after the season he had at City, especially with the run we had to the final, is nothing short of complete tactical failure. I am sorry. And I agree with you, honestly. I do agree with you. Because if we are being honest to each other, guys, if we are being honest, let's tell this ourselves the truth. Foden has been terrible. He has been like terrible crap. He has been crap. Let's be honest. He has been honest. He has been crap. He has been crap. Look at it there. 007. In 7 games, no assist, no goal. In 7 games, no assist, no goal. In 7 games, 007. 007. James Bond. And their media will never look at that and talk about it. They will never. I'm sure if you go online today, right now, what they'll be talking about is Messi cementing the GOAT status. Now, forgetting the fact that they lost the game last night, they will try to shift their attention back to still Ronaldo and Messi. Yet, you have a player with the season he had with City could not perform for England. Walker was partially to blame for both goals. He totally lost Williams. And Mark says, Ben White knew we could not win with Southgate. Maybe that's why he decided not to come. Then Vozani says, yeah, he says England would be better off using the service of foreign coaches like Jurgen Klopp, Jurgen Klinsmann, Pep Guardiola, so they can win big tournaments. Sick of listening to Southgate drives is being found out yet again. How okay, he's now claiming players aren't fit. He picks the team of 20. Like, imagine. Now you are saying players are not fit, but you are the one that are picking the players. You pick the first 11 to play games. This is something I don't understand. Sometimes all you have to do as a manager is take responsibility for your failure. Take responsibility for your failure. And it says here, so he wants us to believe all 26 players are unfit. Absolute BS. It's crazy. Somebody tell me why Harry Kane was undroppable tonight. It was absolutely passenger all the tournament. And that's the honest truth. But nobody saw that. No one saw that. Because everybody was, after Ronaldo. Even the ESPN pundit, whereby you allow a kid in Lemmy Yamal and Nico Williams boss you guys around. Shaw did a good job on Lemmy Yamal, but Nico Williams was not lucky enough. And that's a fact. It wasn't. It wasn't. So Moya says the money in the okay. Now, this is what Moya says. The money in EPL deludes you. You are not as good as you think. Totally outclassed. Get it up. Yes. That is honest truth, man. You're right there. I think the fact that England they put hype in the league because if there's some argument or debate to be had, you ask yourself, you know, how many Ballon d'Or have players playing for the Premiership have ever won? Two, Michael Owen and Cristiano Ronaldo. Those are the two players that have ever won Ballon d'Or playing in England. Michael Owen and um, Cristiano Ronaldo. Everybody else has been from Italy, has been from Spain. Majority have been from Spain. And these same clowns will be telling you English Premier League is the best league in the world. You do not have anything to back it up. Because when it comes to Champions League, Real Madrid have 14. I don't think if they plus all the old teams in England that have won Champions League, I don't think you'll get to 14. You won't get to Real Madrid. So it's time for people to start like wake up and smell the coffee, man. Now, Nkomo says, why Foden's escaping critics by far? England was player at this tournament and was absolutely invisible tonight. But what I do not understand is how Gary Southgate is allowing this guy be on the pitch for so long on the pitch. How? How? Because it was total rubbish. It was bomb. It was crap. Like when you talk about like crap, I mean crap. Like crap, crap, crap. Honestly. Now, Evan says, Ferguson says, Rodri well on his way to being the GOAT DM. Should be winning the Ballon d'Or, that PR trophy. I don't think so. Like you said, you just said it's PR trophy. So when you don't have a good PR, man, you don't win stuff. Foden can't. Okay, now look out. This is a very, very interesting comment from Kolile. It says Foden can't think for himself on the pitch. The school of Pep Guardiola. Imagine you cannot survive without Guardiola. It's not a shame. It's a shame. Now, okay, Vazani says Foden and Hurricane in front of him all tournament doesn't make runs, drops to keep when Palmer comes on. He's always got a Tony or Watkins in front of him. And that's the problem. But this manager decided he's still going to keep using whatever the hell he was using. No matter what that was happening, he was still going to use the same people, the same players, the same team. And that's mad. It's mad. Foden is the weakest out of Palmer and Saka in their respective position. Honestly, man, I'm sorry. Like nobody should mention anything. Nobody should mention anything or ask me about who is better between Saka, Foden, and Palmer because we have seen the answer already in this tournament. We saw it. So I honestly don't think there's a conversation to be made here. I honestly don't think. I don't think there's a conversation to be made here because Phil Foden have actually, proven to us that the likes of Kopama is better than him, and he should be the one getting sold by Man City, not Kopama. He has shown us that Kopama is better than him, Saka is better than him when it comes to being relied on. Evan says England fans way too tribal, too much infighting between rivals clubs fans and who played shit and who did not. It is why England cannot succeed. You don't see the shit happening with any other nation. Fact. And this is what I was saying. I said it on my live stream that this is not about club football. Honestly, I said it on my previous video. I record. I said this is not about your national team. It's not about who gets to play, which club players get to represent the country. It's not about that. It's about recognizing that we are a team from playing for the same nation and wanting to win stuffs. Because you have the likes of Paul Scholes coming out to say something like Kobe Mino allows you play football. Did England play football? Ever since Kobe Mino had been playing, did they play football? Because it is still the same shit crap football they've been playing that they play and got to the final. So it is not about who plays or who does not play. It's about understanding the fact that we are a team. Let's win this for our national team. And that is something, Portugal don't have. Whereby you look at people like Argentina, they've got it. They have players that want to win stuffs, players with incredible mentality. And that was why when Messi got injured, they kept playing on and they won it. People steps up to win it, not just everybody looking up to Messi. World Cup, the same thing. You have Alvarez banging the goals. You have Lautaro Martinez banging in the goals. You have players banging in the goals. When it comes to Portugal, we don't get to see it. Then you have to you see players like Bernardo Silva dropping stinkers upon stinkers. Rafael rubbish. Bruno nonsense. And people expect a 39-year-old man to be the one to get the job done. Because Portugal do not understand that it takes a team to win. It takes a team to win. And that is the same thing with England. Their fans are just so obsessed about, yeah, Kobe plays for Mino, is representing the country. Saka plays for Arsenal. Where is the player from Tottenham? And it doesn't make any sense. It does not. They forget that this is a competition whereby we should play and win it, not about where you're playing at your club side. By the way, Argentina won the Copa Europa yesterday, Copa America, and that was a very good game. Though I felt Colombia was robbed for a penalty. They were robbed of a penalty, but let's not get into that because sometimes a ref can give it, a ref cannot give it. Now, this is what Fuzani says. Football folding Pep's apprentice has removed his natural intuition and individualism, same as Grealish. And that's what I'm saying. It has. Because you are in a team like Pep, whereby all you do is knock around the ball. We don't get to see you take defenders on run, show your individual brilliance. We don't get to see it anymore. Football is dead. It is. Palmer already better than Lagos Crosswell. He's talking about Foden. Honestly, man, that guy's a bomb. Sorry. Palmer is the only player who can find a pass in midfield. Palmer is a dribbler. Put him on the wing. Like wherever you play Palmer, it was balling. It was balling. Wherever you played him, it was balling. I saw it. Palmer cannot be denied anymore. Better than Foden in the 10 and Saka on the right wing. It's better than both of them. It's better than both of them. I agree. Vuzani. I agree. There's still a lot of chat. Bellingham has, okay, now he says here, Bellingham has end product. Foden has nothing. And that's why I've been saying, you know, as much as you want to criticize Bellingham, at least there was something he was doing. At least there was something Bellingham, was doing. He scored some incredible goals. He might not have been in the game, but he scored some good goals that kept them in the tournament. What does Foden has? Nothing. Bellingham had goals. He had assist. Foden had nothing, and it's a disgrace. Foden should be starting. Okay, Palmer should be starting all Euros. Look at the season he had. Honestly, it doesn't make sense. I in the world they've been benching this guy called Foden. Palmer is beyond me. I can't even I can't even think about it. Tired performance last night. We had a good run to the final, but Southgate has never beaten a top quality team when it matters, like Croatia, Italy, France, and now Italy, France, Spain. There's no way Southgate was going to beat Spain. You know, there's no way. Now, this is what Cordelia says. Kane and Foden should have been dropped ages ago. You all have completely overrated that kid. He really isn't as good as people think. He hides behind Pep and City. Wow. Whoa. If I've been honest, Kolili, man, I don't even know what to say, man. I want to make an argument for Foden, but man, I don't even know what to say. I do not know what to say. And that's the next truth, guys. I don't know what to say. Man, you could say that, man. You guys behind it. Because I don't understand how a player becomes world class, becomes Messi when they play for City, but when they go for national team, they can never be asked. I don't understand. And Adrian says they need a coach like Jurgen Klopp. Do you think he do be interested? I don't think so because he turned down the job for what's it called? USA. So I don't think so. I don't think so. And so if Foden can only play in one position and Saka multiple, surely it must be more important than player than Foden. Fact, because man, you have seen Saka played in the left wing back, played in the right wing back. He has played at the right wing, so that should mean something, man. That should mean something. But it's a shame. It's honestly a shame. Honestly, a shame. You know, it's a shame that a team like England with with good players, those players can't even get the job done. Those players could not get the job done.
And you look at it and you go, when the game's there and all of a sudden the emphasis is to go and attack and all of a sudden Spain were on the ropes, we didn't capitalise. We sat off, we're scared.
On the pitch, should they have that responsibility to, take that on themselves and sort that themselves?
Do you know what I don't understand? Is that we got ourselves back into a game on 73.
Yeah.
And for the next 3 or 4 minutes, they looked all over the place, Spain. We looked like there was an urgency about us, an energy about us. 3 or 4 minutes in, right?
Yeah.
Right? And then you get to 80 minutes, and then England have retreated into a 4-4-1-1 formation, almost a 4-5-1.
They did that, Kunde, but what I'm saying is that down to the manager or is that the actual players? Do they not feel they have to sort that themselves?
Okay, that can for many reasons. One, because they got good possession. 2, they've been told. Or 3, maybe their legs have gone. Maybe they feel as though they've given it from 73.
Yeah,
that
they've got nothing left.
And there's a little bit of that stage. And then Gareth comes out in his presser and says he was considering making changes. In fact, I've written down the quote, thinking of making a couple of changes before the end. And I'm saying to Jay, I remember saying to you, Jay, it's 10 minutes this game. This game could be won and lost in the next 10 minutes. And that's how it felt. And the truth is, and the sad truth is,
like it was hard though, because obviously the kind of game that they were in.
And if there's one thing I said as well while watching the game, I made a statement. I said, I said when England scored the second goal, I was like, England, we're gonna go and win it. So when I saw the way they were, backtracking, defending, I said, no man, I honestly believe Spain is gonna win it. And what a pass from Cucurella. The timing of that pass was, man, it was incredible. That pass was crazy. Cucurella in this competition was, that was a player City wanted to sign. That was a player City wanted to sign. And I'm just hoping that Chelsea will be able to get that same Cucurella. If Chelsea can get that same Cucurella, it will be nice. But that will be all for me, guys. Whatever happens, we'll come back for the transfer show, guys. So for me right now, I'm signing out, man. I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching, man.